What's going on, everyone? This is Trevor here for RSG, and I'm using a microphone scissor arm boom stand from a no-name brand, and you can only get it for $14 on eBay, but you won't really know what one to get because there's no name to it. Like I said, no-name brand, and I'll show you that on the unboxing, and you will see the up close, and you will also hear my final comments on it. But I'll tell you what, it works great, and we can move it all around, and it cost me $20 because I got a shock mount with it. So if you don't use a shock mount like you see I didn't, but if your microphone fits, I suggest getting it. It's only $20, but $14 just for the stand. So if you want to know more about this, if you're doing podcast, YouTube, Twitch, or anything of that nature that you're like, man, I need that microphone up closer to me, well, you might want to learn more about this. So you know what you need to do that is you need to stick around. Alright, so this looks like the portion of it. It's basically really small, and we go up close, and these are the kind of bolts, so they're really kind of cheap looking. We'll take a look back from it, and like I said, it's all kind of really small, so I don't think you really have to worry about it being too heavy or anything of that nature, but you'll be surprised at how much it holds. Now, this is the part that if I just suggest take the screw out, and I'll explain that later. But that part right there is just it's a little on the thin side, but it does the trick. It does the trick. As you see, the rest of the metal does not really bend though, so that's really good. That's what I like to see. But it is really thin. You'll see around here, it's like really thin metal that's just holding it on. But as long as it does the trick, it should be fine. I mean, you know, which it does. And these springs are really a lot of tension on them, and we'll show you them up a little closer here. And now you can see they're really good. So there's a knob that I'll show you a little later on this that there's no point in even having with these springs, as you see that they're really tight, and they're held on by, like I said, these little tiny. I mean, these things are really thin, like paper thin almost. You can see the one is kind of bent there. There's a little crease in it. Can't really see it that well. Um, but overall, I tried to show a close up there, but it's not really gonna happen because I couldn't really get it in the shot. But overall, this is how they're all held on by these posts with a little groove in them, and a lot of them were already out of the groove, so you just had to slide them into the groove, no problem at all. But the construction of it is really nice because it's really nice and thin and light metal. But as you see, I'm just popping it in and out of the groove, and it's no big deal at all. So you're getting to see, you know, what kind of construction quality this really is. Like I showed you right here, this knob is absolutely pointless. Same bull crap bolts. So there is some bull crap metal work, but like I said, it's working, no problems. Really strong, very tight tension spring back here, and you'll see they even have bigger posts. And as you see, slid off again. Like I said, most of these are slid off, but there's no need for that knob whatsoever right there at the end. But my favorite thing is how light it is because of that thin construction, and it moves nice and smooth as you see it just extended out. And that's the piece that'll hold the microphone, but I'll go into that a little later when I have more of an up close kind of shot of it. But it's not really that long, but it is about 3 feet. I would say about 3 feet. It does the trick. You can get longer ones out there, but for $14 is a really good bargain that you can't go wrong with. Opens and closes without a hitch, as you saw in the beginning of the video. You didn't even hear my microphone make any noise from it moving. No clinking spring sounds like you feel like a cable car is going to drop or anything like that in the movies, you know. Over here, so we look at the top piece. It's really crappy threading. I don't really like the threading at all. But the threading does the trick. It goes on there. I know I say does the trick a lot, but it really does. You know, it's really stiff. But as you'll see a little later when I show the entire, you know, stand with the whole shock mount that I'll show you that came with this, since I bought the $20 setup, you'll see the shock mount on it is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy to try to hold that up with that little thing. Now here's where you slide on the actual base. This is the part that's going to connect to your desk or whatever, And I'll tell you, just get rid of the knob. Get rid of the knob. I know I'm using it right there. Just get rid of it. You don't need it. I guess it'll keep it upright a little more, but I find it's bending because if you try to move it, it like bends it into like the wrong shape. So I don't like that, and it stops it from moving a little bit. So just get that out of there. What I do like is everything is an all metal construction of that base there. So it's really sturdy, as you see, really sturdy, no problems. And when you put the screw in tight, you can keep it in one place. But if you want to swing it around, you're definitely going to just take it off, take out the screw. Now we look at this; it's a really sturdy, full metal. You're not going to have to worry about all this plastic breaking, especially the rig, like how it's set up there. And since there's no name brand to it, just take note of what the actual clamping device looks like and that it is metal, and try to compare it with other ones on eBay so you can get an idea of what you actually want. Because like I said, there's no name to this at all whatsoever. But it's really good, it's really tight, and you don't have to worry about it breaking, in my opinion. I don't think you're going to have that problem. So it's really already looking quite up for the $14. Now this is another piece that it comes with. This is going to be your just microphone clip, your standard microphone clip. Now I could care less about this, but this is what I care about, is this little unscrewable piece, because on like my Blue Snowball microphone, you would actually have to put that in. That's what I have actually in it now, because the threads it's like a big hole. The little one would go actually into the other hole on there that you see, the inner part. And now this one has a beefier one, and I'll show you that. This is the shock mount that it comes with. And how a shock mount works is basically it's the middle part is suspended, which would hold the microphone by all these like elastic rubber band kind of things. It's like it's just elastic basically. And I'll take some of it apart, as you could see. But what it is a bunch of clips holding it in. And now see how big the opening is for the mic stand there. Now as you can see, it wouldn't fit if I used the part that comes on the actual mic stand itself. But with that adapter I showed you, it would fit in there. But this one comes with a beefier adapter because it would make things heavier. Now I'm just going through showing you, I guess, how some things are disassembled. I'm putting it all back together, so if any of these do really pop off, you just kind of do a crisscross pattern back and forth. It's really not too tough, but it's all meant to keep tension, so this can just slide up and down without an issue. Now what this is for is when you're bumping the table or anything of that nature, that you won't hear the bumps and hits of the microphone. So that's why they call it a shock mount, so it can take any shock. I find that more needed on a complete desk mic. If you are going to be having it sit on the desk, I find it giving more of a problem. I haven't really had too much of a problem with the scissor mount. So I bought this technically for no reason, I guess, because I don't really need it. But as you see, there's the big hole I was talking about, and you'll need the adapter for it. So now there's an adapter that comes with it. Like I said, it's a lot stronger. See, this is the one that was on the microphone clip. And I'll just unscrew this real quick, and I'm going to just show you that it can go right in there. There we go, and we got it on. So now like I said, the one it comes with, I trust a lot more than that one, which I guess I could put on my Blue Snowball. Why not? But there it is. This is the part that it comes with, and you'll just instead of this plastic piece of junk, I guess, but it's still working fine on my microphone now. You use this nice brass piece. I would imagine that's brass is what that is. And that's basically it. It has two little grooves. You can screw it in tighter. But that's everything that it comes with. That's going to be the shock mount, and that's going to be the microphone clip and the mic stand. So now let's just go on to my final thoughts, and I think we can end this video very soon. Okay, so take a look at what that is. Don't mind my mouth talking because I'm just showing a clip. This is what it would look like if I tried to do the hack that someone tried to show on YouTube about putting the blue snowball in that shock mount. So I ended up just taking the shock mount off. But do you see how ridiculous the thing would look? But if you had a normal microphone, it would actually be able to hold it up. Actually, it cannot hold that whole contraption up, which should be understandable. But yeah, it's kind of funny to see that big gigantic thing. Now when you see me again, you will see how much better it looks without the shock mount. So I decided to do the unboxing after all, and I'm just gonna do a quick run through of when I did shoot the unboxing. So that is the box. It's real tiny, and as you see, I'm going crazy in there because it is really tiny. I didn't think it came. It was in the mailbox because it's that small. So as you saw in the other part of the video, it really is that small. And I know there's going to be jokes in the comments on that one. Damn, I should have watched what I said. But anyways, so we're checking out just the box basically and how it had a little bit of crease. This is the shock mount. You see, it came in a plain, white box, little tiny screw I showed you before. And it also has plastic wraparound, all of it. So that's how the shock mount came. Nothing special, nothing spectacular, no specific box. It's such a generic shock mount, but it looks good. I don't see any problem with a lot of metal construction, so. Now this is me taking everything out of the box. So what do we have first? I think the first thing that we have is the actual mount. Yes, that's right, and it's wrapped in its plastic as well. And now the mount, that's the part that goes on the desk, and that's the part, like I said, if you're trying to look it up, that's the part you're going to want to pay attention to. So this is the best mount that I've seen on there for the cheap ones. There's ones that are made out of plastic. I didn't like that. That is a full metal construction, like I said before. Really, really smart to have. Now, the next part is going to be that I unbox out of here is going to be the microphone clip that I showed you before, and that's basically all it is. Microphone clip, and it's got that piece that was on there. Now, this is me unboxing the whole unit. As you see, it's wrapped in plastic. And it's as simple as can be, it just extends all the way out. It doesn't extend incredibly long. It's about 3 feet, like I said. I know the whole thing is not captured in there, but I'm sure you get the idea. It's 3 feet. So, I would say 2.5 to 3 feet, definitely 3 feet tops. Can't see it being more than that as far as its range of motion. But I didn't hear any clinks, springs, tinging away. That's a really good thing. Nothing could be more annoying than it sounds like, pulling out the mattress out of the couch. We all know how fun that is. So definitely, I would say that it is a really, nice build quality for $14. So stay tuned for now my final thoughts, though, because I did say final thoughts before, but I decided to show you the unboxing. So now we're going to do our final thoughts, and as you see, I'm just finishing up here telling you about it, but I'm not really telling you about it because I've already told you about it. So stay tuned for what I finally think of it, and I think you already get the idea. Right, so nothing much left to do here other than final thoughts. We know the final thoughts were coming up, and I've told you multiple times throughout this is worth the money. The $14, you can't go wrong. Definitely if you're going to be using a microphone. It cuts out all that background noise. Like I said, my microphone volume went from 85 to 15, which is a substantial difference. And the reason that helps out so much is I don't get all that background noise annoyance that we don't want to hear. But you really can't beat it for the price and how it works. It does its job like it's supposed to. Now, you might want to also check out some of my other videos, because I think we finally said everything here for my final thoughts. There's not really much that I can say other than worth the money. Go out and get one. I don't know why you haven't already. If you don't have one, go and get it. But what I can say is check out my other videos. See which ones you might like. Share them out. Share this out. Let people know. Comment down below. Maybe you like the video, and if you don't like the video, tell me why you don't like the video in the comments below. But then share them out. Tell people about them. Also put in comments below if you bought it. Maybe you want to tell me, hey, I bought this thing, it's great. Like I said, there's not really much to go on other than my pictures. Pay attention to the pictures that I put, or not so much picture, but when I held up the box, look at the box and that's what you're going to be looking for out there. And also look at the mount. That's the one you're going to want. Like I said, about $14, and you're good to go. So I'm going to also be having some review videos of some games, and guess what? I started vaping, everybody, so we're going to have the e-cig mod thing going on. You know, I don't know at what rate I'll be buying it, but it seems like a new hobby, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it. So you might want to be checking around for some of those videos. You could also check down below here. You see all these things? Like there's twitch.tv and hitbox.tv, but they're both / Ready Set Game 87 if you want to check me out there whenever I'm streaming live, and I do that fairly often. Now you can also go to Twitter down over there, and that's at Ready Set Game 87, so you can see all the updates. Hey, I guess I just had some giveaway go on, and last night I gave away a Brawlhalla code. So hey, you know, maybe if someone picks out in this that I said something about a Brawlhalla code, maybe I have one for you. So if you caught this, be the first to comment in the video about me talking about this Brawlhalla code. Just say, I want the Brawlhalla code, and you will get it. I'll save one for you. I'll save that code at least for another month after this video has been released. So that's a little treat you get for actually watching the video, is the first one who is able to, you know, put that in the comments about the Brawlhalla code. Guess what? There you go. You just won it, just because you paid attention. So, like I said, subscribe. I think that's somewhere down, like, you know, over here somewhere, and then, you know, you can hit the like or dislike. I don't know why you hit the dislike. Maybe you had a problem, so tell me down in the comments, or, you know, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask. And, you know, also, like I said, Twitter. That's the one right there. That's where all my stuff is kept updated. So keep watching that. For all those who are going to keep watching my videos, guess what? I'll see you next time.